Yo, what's going on, guys? I am about to start this thing right now from my new crib. Pretty stoked. There you go. Got the camera in focus. Sweet, sweet. Now let me figure this out. Share this. All right, so see how this looks, and gonna go into my account. See how I'm looking. Am I looking good? If I could figure out how to hold on a second. It's my account. Your videos. Did they change this or something? Because I used to be able to just log in, or I used to be able to just look and see. I don't know. Let's try this out real quick. Actually, what am I doing? I have it right here. Videos. All right. Hold on, just letting my stuff load real quick. Of course, takes forever. How does this look? Well, I can't see anything. So it looks as though um hold on a second. Obviously, I need to fix this. On my end, it looks good. On what the hell? Uh, maybe I have to actually go to the Okay, yeah, there you go. So, what does that mean? If I'm not on the tab, then, it goes blank? Let me double check this. No, it looks good to me. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Is there a little bit of a I don't know. I don't know how the refresh rate is on this. It looks a little weird to me. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna pull this up. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay. I almost went into a feedback loop when I put my phone on it. That is the worst when that happens. Uh, but I had my phone, like, right in front of me so that I could see any comments that potentially come in. Although I do have this fucking sick setup right now. Definitely gonna do a tour to show y'all what this looks like. I guess I could I could just put it over there and then just have this right here. Does work, sort of. Where's my chats? Where's my chats? Okay, so if I'm good, yeah, if I sound good, if everything sounds good, then I think I could start. I don't know why my chat looks like this. It's so weird on my screen. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna turn my Chopin on, uh, listening to this, and I have a timer, so I don't know, everything looks pretty good to me from sounds good, looks good, so let's get into it. Gonna start off with yeah, we're gonna start off with this, total market cap, okay, and then we're gonna just go through the total market cap, total 2 others, aka the altcoins, and we're gonna go, to Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, altcoin dominance, USDT dominance, Bitcoin against the SPX, the S&P 500, and we're gonna look at the S&P 500. Then we're gonna look at just a few other things, and I'm gonna go over basically what I'm thinking the market is looking like, and yeah, this is just gonna be for. I mean, you're welcome to be part of this. I do this, and then everything that I learn, I basically just like put it into the VIP and make sure that I get all of my buy orders in, all my sell orders in, everything like that. So if y'all could hear me and sounds good, I would appreciate it if you could just I don't know type a one in the chat just to make sure everything is good on my end. I realize that my video for myself is a little bit laggy, but my video for myself shouldn't really matter. It's the charts that matter. So let's take a look at this. First off, take a look at this total market cap. Okay. So actually, let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, before I actually start, one thing that I noticed is that every single February since basically 2012, there has been green in the markets in February. And for Ethereum, and there's only been 2 times where there's been red for Bitcoin. So February has historically been an incredibly bullish month. Let's switch to here just to show y'all. So this is the Ethereum monthly returns. We are in February right now. And as you can see, we've had green every single year, all the way back to 2016. So I don't know why 2015 or 2014 or 2013 isn't on here. But maybe, but yeah. So anyway, one red month, one red month in February. What up, Gabby? Yo, you could hear me, right? Everything's solid, right? Just let me know. Let me know in the chat, please. So even though we're at negative 20% for Ethereum right now, all right, solid. Perfect. Dude, it literally took me 2 hours, not 2 hours. It took me an hour and a half just to get my freaking audio right because I had this hissing sound that was it was so annoying and I couldn't figure it out until finally I did. And like, oh my God, it's at least if it sounds really good now, I hope it does. Then that took an hour and a half to figure out how to do it. But yeah, I'm just looking at this, right? I'm looking at this and it's like, okay, other than 2018, which was obviously like the start of the bearish the start of the bear market, right? Was in 2018. Um, but even in 2022, in February, the start of the bear market was in January, was in December and January of 2022. That was a bear market, and Ethereum still had a green month in 2022, which is wild. It's actually wild to think about. So we might, if history is, telling right here, this might totally come back up, all the way back up, and we could see a green month for Ethereum. Well, I'm gonna go back to the charts, but I mean, that's pretty promising to me. It's pretty promising to me. So let's look at this. This is the total market cap, and we have the total market cap right here. This is the previous all-time highs at 3 trillion, just about 3 trillion. It's going to be pretty tough for the total market cap to fall underneath this area right here of around 2.9 to 3 trillion. It's going to be pretty tough for to do that. It did that last week, and it immediately got completely bought back up. I was thinking, I drew this line out, and it actually, I don't know if it tapped it, but it came pretty damn close. And basically, this total market cap, it's similar to Bitcoin because Bitcoin, the dominance of Bitcoin is so high that Bitcoin is the thing that basically is, whatever Bitcoin's doing, it affects the total market cap more than anything else, obviously, because Bitcoin controls what, 60 something percent of the market now. Let's double check right now. Bitcoin dominance 61, almost 62% of the entire market is Bitcoin, right? So it looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart, right? But what I'm and what I'm saying is that we had a big move up, big move up from, what was it, November 5th. Okay, so Trump was, they should be, bro. Like, they should be, because I finally moved into my new place. Honestly, it's the sickest place I've ever lived in, like, by far. I'm so fucking stoked. This place is probably worth like $8,000 per month in Miami, and I'm getting it for fucking under $1,500 in Thailand. It is absolutely insane, the value that you could get overseas. And I wanted, also, it took me an hour and a half to get the fucking audio right on this, but it took me an hour and a half on top of that, so 3 hours total, to also get the video, the angle right, because you can see I have those windows over there. That's the fucking ocean, okay? It's sick, and, but the sun was coming in, and it was so bright. It was I couldn't fucking, you couldn't see my face, and so I wanna do streams, but more often than I wanna do streams is, I wanna make, like, really, really high quality videos, which I am making. I actually have a few super high quality videos. They are being edited right now. Super, super, super stoked to put those out there. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing streams. I don't know how often I'm gonna be doing them, maybe once a week or so, because though my game plan now is to, first off, I'm more risk off, and I am more risk averse, and I am in Bitcoin, and I'll be in Solana if I think that Solana is going to overtake Bitcoin, or Ethereum if I think that Ethereum is going to overtake Bitcoin. But right now, it's like I'm all in Bitcoin, or I'm all in cash, one of the two. And then I'm only taking trades if it is in a very good spot. Like basically, I didn't take many trades for almost all of January. And then, not almost all of January, I took like a few trades, but the second half of January, like, I didn't really take much. But right when we had that huge, huge, huge drop, that's when I took a whole bunch of trades and I bought a whole bunch of stuff. And then things went up and I sold, and I've been out of the market since February 3rd. So for an entire week, I haven't been in the market at all, because now I'm just waiting for my next trade to hit, for the prices to come down. So I'm waiting for my prices to hit their levels based off of what I know and my trading strategy. That's what I'm doing. Or I should say, and I'm in the trenches, I guess you could say, or I'm looking at potential plays like how Dave Portnoy just had that, thing that ran up his coin, jail Portnoy or something like that, that ran up super, super, super hard. So like that was a play that you could have been in and made a shit ton of money, made insane amounts of money. So I'll be looking for those as well. And I'll be looking for things that for opportunities that people can make a ton of money on, and fingers crossed, we do it and we make a ton of money. And I do think, like I've said before, 2025, this year, is going to be the year of the most opportunities that we'll have because this is the last year in the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin's going to go up to over 100. I want to say over 150, but that I am a little worried if it's actually going to do that. But I will say I'm definitely pretty sure, like 90% confident, it's going to be reach at least 130. We'll get to Bitcoin in a minute. So anyway, let's take a look at the total market cap. Taking a look at the total market cap, it's this is what happened. This is what happened, and we'll use this to see what's happening now. Actually, this happened 3 times. So this happened 3 times. Basically, we were around $1 trillion in the entire market, right? It went from a trillion to around 1.5, right? It went from a trillion to 1.5, and then it just like bounced and bounced and bounced between 1.5 and 1.76, and then all the way back to 1.5, and then it dipped underneath of it for just a moment, and then it rocketed up all the way up to 2.7, right? So it went from 1 to 1.5. So it added 50% to the entire market cap. And then it bounced around. Then it had the dip and it rocketed all the way up to 2.7 from 1.5. So it didn't double, but let's say 70%. Like it went up even more than what it did from here to here, which is actually quite wild. And then what did it do? It bounced around, but we did get a pretty steep drop. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, we did get a drop down to 50%. So to 1.8, 1.85. What I would have thought would have happened would have been the best place to get would have been like right there, would have been right there. So I bet a lot of people were like bought right here and were super stoked when we got the move up and thought that this was the bottom. And then in July, we had that massive crash. And this probably spooked a ton of people, except at this time in the market cycle, it wasn't time to be spooked. And I think like basically depending on where we are in the market cycle, this is how I think. If it's early in the market cycle, then whenever the prices go lower, that it just means that you're getting bargain prices in value zones. That's what it means. And you should be buying and buying and buying and buying and buying as much as you possibly can if it's early in the market cycle. If it's late in the market cycle, if it's getting later and later and later in the market cycle, then sometimes it goes down and it doesn't mean that it gets into a value zone, right? Because the probability is that it's going to go down even more. Like there's a higher probability that it'll go down even more if it's super late into the value zone. What's up, Max? What's going on? And so right now, I'm probably I'm like 70% where if it falls, we're still in the value zone. Like probably 80%, probably 70 to 80% where like as things fall, I still want to accumulate and I want to buy more and buy and buy and buy and buy more. Right. Um, as we go later into the cycle, that's gonna be becoming less and less and less. Back here, it was like 100%. Like as things fell back in 2024, I would want to be buying, and like I had 100. It was like 100%. I'm going to be buying Bitcoin because it's going to be going up higher. And now I'm at like 80%, but like that's still in the positive, right? So I still want to be buying it. Anyway, um, I'm looking at this and it's looking like we're really okay. So we're range bound between 3 and 3.7. So not too big. Usually, after these huge wicks like this, sometime like what we'll do is we'll come back down to the 61.8 of this particular move and then bounce from there. So looking at this, it's like we sorta did. We came all the way up, right? And then we just like slowly moved back down and rounded it out. Very nice candle right here. This is a very nice bullish candle, long wick bullish candle after a move down. Created SFP. Bottom might be in. Bottom might be in for the total market cap right now. It does look good. I gotta say, it does look pretty good. Especially this candle that just happened yesterday because like this is super bullish. Yeah, this is super bullish. So I'm definitely more prone to being bullish, and I'm more prone to being bullish right now because like look at this range. This is the range from here to here. This is the range, right? You could clearly see it. So where do you want to buy? You want to buy when we're at the support, when we're at the lowest end of the range. That is the value zone. That is where the most value is because you have the most potential to go up from here. If we were up here, I would be a lot more scared. I'd be a lot more worried. That's what happened when we came back up here, say January 20th. That's what happened when we came back up here, January 7th. That's what happened when we came back up here, December 17th. Like we hit here, we hit here, we hit here. This was good. We jumped up above it, but then as soon as we crashed below it, December 18th, man, that's really bad. That's not good because that's the SFP of these highs. And then obviously we've been downtrending ever since. So total market cap looks pretty good right now. Right now it looks great. And this I also connected these lows right here. You got 3 lows to connect this line, and we just barely missed it. But if we come down, if we happen to come down even further, I mean, it's that this would be a great opportunity to buy. Um, and I do think that if we do fall underneath this line, that we're just gonna, crash straight into the 61.8. But it's that's not happening yet. So yeah, that's the total market cap. Now let's see. Let's see the total two. So this is everything out except for Bitcoin. Everything, and then there's no Bitcoin in here. So look to long alt. Oh shit. So nice. So it basically it reached my area to look for longs. All right, so we have the total market cap at the support. We have the total two at the 61.8 of this entire move up, the golden ratio of this entire move up. That's a great area. And let's see here. Is there anything else I could see when looking at this chart? Well, looking at it, and I mean, this is clear. This clearly has become a major, clearly has become a major resistance. So if it does come back up here, we're probably gonna get a. Can we freaking do this right now? We're probably gonna get a rejection. I wouldn't be surprised. So I do think we are gonna come back up here, make a double top, come back down. Um, Probably do something like this, and then come back up and reach, new all-time highs. So I will be looking for that. I want to be buying, basically I want to be buying anywhere, like anywhere down here. I want to be buying and I want to be selling somewhere up here. So let me draw this out just so I don't fucking forget it, that when we come back up here, I do want to sell. So double click this, put some text in here. Sell when we get back up here. Yeah, hopefully things go crazy when we get back up here. There you go. And then I'm going to sell it and look to rebuy. So this is, yeah, total total 2, it's looking pretty good. It's looking decent. It had a nice bounce. It's had two bullish daily candles. The daily candle just closed right now. And or sorry, the 12-hour just closed right now. Did the daily also close right now? Um, no, it's just a 12-hour. But still, regardless, it's looking fairly decent for the coins. Looking fairly decent. And so it's a good thing I'm making this update because this is really where you want to be this is where you could be buying and it seems like it would be decent. So that's total 2. So let's go into others. Let's check the fucking altcoin chart. So this is others. So this is the top 150 coins and then they exclude the top 10. I'm pretty sure that's what others is. So we have this man and this yeah, look at this. It came right back right down into my buy zone. This is where I bought all these alts and actually did really well when this happened. Like thank God. Uh because obviously like everyone else, we need it, you know? And but yeah, I made up for a ton of the losses that I've had because I had those stink bids in. That's why you always got to have those stink bids in the order books so that you fucking get your shit. But yeah, this is really this. I love this line right here. It's my line. It's basically what I'm looking at, and man, so it bounced off here, then it came out here. Let's see. What's it looking like? What's it looking like? So this is yeah, I mean, it's a value zone. It's in the value zone. I mean, once again, this is in the value zone. So most altcoins should be in the value zone. This is the range low, this is the range high. You want to buy it underneath the 50%. And if we're still in a bull market, which I believe we are, then you want to buy it if we get at the 61.8 or below, then it becomes like even more valuable, right? It's even better. So, okay. So basically, all of these things are telling me all of these big macro picture stuff, the total 2, others, is basically telling me that I I should be looking to buy stuff. I should be looking for opportunities. All right, so now let's go into the actually let's look at the dominance charts first. So going to here. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart right here that we have. And pretty much let me get this out. Holy shit. Look at that weekly candle. Actually, man, if this comes up, ooh, this is man, we might be we like this is crazy because we might actually be at an area. I have to take a look at all the alts. I have to take a look at alts now because like we might actually be in an area where if this does, let's say this does turn around and let's say it closes underneath the 61.3, like underneath like this previous high, these previous highs, and it closes down here, that would be super bullet. That would be super bullish for alts. Uh, yeah, that would be really fucking good for alts. So yeah, I guess I'll write that out. Actually, I could just do this. Just just bring this like this. Yeah, I'll bring this out up here. I think if we close underneath here on the daily, on the Bitcoin dominance chart, alts could see some really nice moves. So definitely got to keep an eye out on that. Let's just double check here. Anything else? Not really. I don't really see anything else. Good morning, Vietnam. What's up? Is it Domen? Damen? Good morning. It's nighttime where I am, but I got my coffee, Got to keep going, you know? So basically, in case you weren't aware, I wrote this out. As Bitcoin dominance rises, alts could they usually take a hit. Um, Even Bitcoin actually can fall as Bitcoin dominance goes up. Just because Bitcoin dominance is going up doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going up. Bitcoin could fall if Bitcoin dominance goes up. If it keeps going down, then alts will continue to move up. And if Bitcoin dominance goes up, then alts will typically, they'll typically go down against Bitcoin. Um, but they could also go down against USD as well. I know that's a lot. Uh, but pretty much as Bitcoin dominance goes up, the alt market tends to lose value. So as this thing has been going up, altcoins tend to lose value. What has been happening, for quite a long time since 2022, basically, since 2021, to be honest. Yeah, most alts have lost value against Bitcoin. There have been outliers, and that's what you really need to do. You really need to be, I don't know, you need to be paying attention and you need to be figuring out what should go up based off of good reasoning. And if you could figure that out and you could get into the coins early, like, we had Toshi that just got listed on Coinbase and it went up 15x. Look at that. Look at this. Insane. Almost 3,000%. Holy shit. What, really? Did it actually do that? Hold on a second. Let me just double check this. 15. So wait a minute. On MEXC, it went up 1,500%. And on Bybit, it went up 3,000%. That doesn't make any sense. This is Toshi Spot. Yeah, I don't really know how that happened. Oh, it's probably because I bet right when it was listed, I bet you couldn't even. I wonder if you could even get it right. Oh no, I guess you could 4 hours in. So basically, it launched right here. So 1,500. Yep. Yeah. See, this is the BS. This is they made like the market makers got it right here. You couldn't get it until right here. So if you were able to get it where the market makers got it, you would have made 2,800, but you only made 1,500. Either way, it's still insane. But yeah, so this was like something that you would have thought of, that you should have thought of, and been like, okay, it's Toshi, it's on Base Network, it's going to be listed on the Coinbase, it's going to have a big pump. And it did. I had 50 grand in here. I had like $600,000 worth when it reached its peak, but I sold it. Like like even before this pump, way before, not way before, like right before this pump happened, because I'm fucking retarded. But but the point is that that's an opportunity. That was an opportunity, and it didn't happen too long ago. And you could have made 15x on your money if you had it right. So there's going to be plenty more opportunities. Like that shit doesn't happen if you that doesn't happen in bear markets, right? You're not going to get a 15x on a Coinbase listing in a bear market. Okay. So anyone that's saying it's a bear market, it, it's not. It's not a bear market. It's not a full blown bull market. It's just an extremely competitive market because we have billion-dollar funds with advanced technology that could use algorithms to trade and AI now to know all of the moves. So and there's way too many coins. There's way too many coins for everything to go up at this point. So even if everything would go up, they'd only go up 2, 3 to 4x. But nothing will happen where everything goes up, 5 to 10x or something, and anything more than that, anything more than a 2 or 3 or 4x. But there will be outliers that will go up, like I just showed you, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50x. Like I said in the beginning, we had Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. The coin was called Jail Stool, I think. Was that it? And let's take a look at this was this it? Jail, Stool Presidente. Maybe this was it. I don't know. Regardless, it went up an insane amount. I don't know why it's not on. It's probably on Dex Screener. Let me just. I'll look it up on Dex Screener. Have you talked about ETH? No ETH pump, no alts pump. I will talk about that. I will talk about ETH in a second. Just give me a couple minutes. And then also, does crypto investing require a large time commitment, or can you get good, not necessarily great results by putting in a few hundred hours to learn it? And after switch to 1 hour a day for trading. Yeah, Mark, of course you can. If you put in a few hundred hours, do you realize what a few hundred hours is? Bro, that's like multiple hours a day. Yes, if you put in multiple hours a day, you could do extraordinarily well in crypto. You could put like, yeah, that's all you need to do. That's what you need to do. You'll be just fine putting in a few hundred hours to learn it, and then you could switch to it. You could switch to an hour. Shit, you could switch to an maybe like 3 hours a week, and you'll after putting in 100 hours, and then you could, or maybe a few hundred hours, and then you could do extraordinarily well. You could do really really well. Um, Okay, and then, Gab, check the US 10-year, like Ben said, US 10-year goes up, Bitcoin struggles or goes down, US 10-year goes down, Bitcoin goes up. I'll do a comparison. I'll do a comparison of that in a sense. Let me see if I could share this tab really quick. All right, what happens when I click this? Okay, I did. How come Dave Portnoy to jail? Is it Jailbreak Me? Is it this one? Man, I don't know why. Hey, what was the oh yeah, you got to follow the right people also because it's not like if you follow the wrong people, you're just going to get scammed and you're going to learn stupid shit. Um and you're not going to make it. Okay, here we go. But yeah, so this right here we go. Another opportunity in this market that just happened yesterday. This was you could have, and this is something that was possible. It did happen. I know people who bought it right all the way down here. Um, or not people, but someone. And come on, are you gonna work? Why is this lagging so much? 31,000%. 31,000%. Absolutely diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. So, yeah, this was an opportunity right now. So there's opportunities. That's the point that I want to make here is that there are opportunities for people, just like how the other in November there was massive opportunities. In January there was Trump coin. February now we have Jail Stool. We also in January had Toshi. Like there's things. It's just like off. It's sporadic and It's not something that you could just nilly willy go into and you know just fucking say, okay, this is it. Like, like, and then win. Like, it's not going to happen. Sorry. Just not, just putting it in random stuff. Unless I guess you're in XRP because apparently everyone who went into XRP over the last fucking 2-3 years did really, really well. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and we'll take a look at Bitcoin and then we'll go to ETH and we'll go into some alts. Okay. So I'm taking a look at Bitcoin now and this is my like overall big market picture chart that I drew out. Created this. It's based off the halving cycles, and this is why I say that 2025 is going to be the year where we have the most opportunity. It's because this cycle has played out perfectly every single time. And if it plays out again, which I am thinking it will, because I do not think that this time is different, that then I think that the fourth cycle high will be somewhere around September of 2025, which means that we have a few months left. One thing that I do not like is that 340 days after each halving, there's been quite a big dip. So dip 340 days after the third halving. So this halving is 345 days. Boom. And same thing. Let's go back to the second Bitcoin halving. Second Bitcoin halving, 340 days after the halving, we did have a little dip. Uh, can't see it. Maybe if I scroll back down, you'll be able to see it. But right there, see, you see we had the dip. This was in 2017. So there's always a dip 340 days after the halving. So when that happens, that's going to be, when is that? That's going to be March 28th. March 28th. And that's when I want to sell everything. So I think we're going to have a pretty decent run up. I think what I could see happening is for Bitcoin, us coming back down, even if we do come back down to this 91,000, maybe fall underneath this area for like a second, just wick down underneath here, and hit maybe 90,000, and then just jump up. Bitcoin rides back up to the top, to 109, 110, maybe even gets up to 112. Who knows? And during this time, we see altcoins start moving and doing really, really, really well. And everything pumps up until March 28th. And then everything crashes again, pretty drastically. So I don't think we're going to get as big of a run as we got in November. And that's really what I'm thinking. I know some people were talking about the post that I made, which was talking about how I thought that the local top was in back in December, right? And yeah, we did crash. And some people are thinking like, oh, maybe the cycle tops for a lot of coins. They're thinking I said like the market cycle tops for a lot of coins are in, and it's like there's sort of a case that they are, just sort of based off of the fact that coins couldn't get back above their highs that they made back in March of 2024. Solana did, which is awesome. But a lot of coins, I think HBAR might have done that as well. Let me double check. Uh HBAR did too. So yeah, okay. So some coins did. Some coins did. So HBAR, I'm looking at these coins that did really, really well this last. I know XRP did, definitely. Uh, did ADA also surpass? So I think a lot of coins that went back above their March highs, I think they have some legs to them, and there's a good possibility that they keep on going up. Sui did fucking excellent, absolutely, absolutely excellent. Did Fetch? No, see, but so here's one. It's like Fetch AI, right? Fetch AI did so well in March of 2024. And then we had the president of the United States become the first pro crypto president ever. And it couldn't even get back up to the highs of March of 2024. Why did things go up? Because of the AI bust, the AI boom, right? Okay, cool. But like what happened in November was way more significant than anything that happened prior to that. So basically everything should have gone up higher in November than they did in May and March of 2024. But I'm looking at a lot of these things, at least HNT did. HNT came close. I'm looking at a lot of these things, and they didn't get back to where they were just in 2024, in March of 2024. And that to me is concerning. But if you could find something that did like look at what happened with this. This is like WorldCoin, right? This was WorldCoin, Sam Altman's coin. In March of 2024, it went all the way up here. But in December, it only went up to here when we had Trump and all that stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. But I I like coins that did go up, um, or okay, cool. Like, look at this. Look at like Tau. Tau, one of my favorite coins, right? At least Tau came back up to the previous all-time highs, right? Tau came up to the previous all-time highs. So that to me looks a lot better than like FET, which didn't come back. Like FET did not even come back up here. Tau came all the way back up here, but FET didn't. So it's like I would rather get into Tau. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong on this, and maybe FET's gonna fucking just go up even more. It's a possibility, but it just makes more sense logically, like in my mind, that something that was able that's something that had enough momentum and enough buying pressure during the most bullish month that we've ever had in the last like 4 years, that if it reaches its all-time high again, that's a really good sign. And if it doesn't, then that's not a good sign. That's just what I use. So I'm definitely gonna be buying Tau. I love Tau. I need to buy more actually because I think I sold I sold most all of everything that I had, but like Tau, I also need to look at it against BTC. Um, oh look at that. It's in a great zone, great buy zone against Bitcoin. So shit. Maybe I should buy some. And yeah, I'll be going into this. So basically, what one thing that I do want to do is because it is I want to trade more against Bitcoin compared to against USD. So I would rather be in Bitcoin, right? And then if a coin, let's say if a crypto comes back down into a really good level against Bitcoin, then I would want to trade it. Then I would want to buy it because it will most likely outperform Bitcoin. So eh, I'd rather do that than just go strictly off of the USD charts. Anyway, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Um, so one thing that I am scared of is the fact that Ethereum really shouldn't have like closed below 2690, and it did, but it's like it it fell into my buy zone and then it rocketed up, which was great. I don't think it shouldn't have really closed underneath here, but did, but it bounced off the 88%. So yeah, like like you said, it needs oh yeah, that actually might be. We might yeah, I mean different coins have topped at different parts, but for the most part, most of the coins out at the same time. And that's usually when Bitcoin tops out, right? So I do want to look at I want to look at Ethereum. I want to look at Ethereum. This is Ethereum against Bitcoin. So this is Ethereum against Bitcoin. And it's actually insane that you would have been better off. It's not actually, it's not insane because this is what happens to every single altcoin. You would have been better off just buying Bitcoin compared to buying Ethereum, even from November of 2020 before the huge run up. But of course, if you did buy Ethereum in November 2020, you probably would have sold it once it came up here because it had such a massive run up and it outperformed Bitcoin so much, that you definitely could have been selling it up here for massive, massive, massive profit. But that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like if you were looking at it on the USD chart, it would have looked really good back from November 2020 to November 2021, right? Maybe even December 2021. But looking at it looking at it against Bitcoin, it looks really, really good. But looking at it against USDT, you don't really know when to sell, right? You don't really know when to sell. However, this is obviously like there's a huge sell zone right here. So you could have used this chart of Ethereum against Bitcoin to sell it while this was May 2021 and December 6th. This was May 10th and December 6th. So May 10th, you would have sold it right there, and then December 6th, where is that? Right here, up here. You could have sold it right there, basically at 44,500. But you wouldn't have known that. You wouldn't have known that looking at this chart because it could have gone up forever. It could have just gone up forever because there's nothing to the left, right? So that's why looking at the Bitcoin chart makes so much more sense. Good days, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so yeah, it just makes so much more sense to look at the Bitcoin charts, right? So looking at the Ethereum against Bitcoin chart right now, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Like there's no doubt. Like this looks, it almost honestly, it looks like it's dead. This literally looks like it is kaput. If this is crypto, so it's not. I could say that with almost complete certainty, but it does look absolutely horrendous, like so terrible. And yeah, it's like the Ethereum Foundation is just continually sells, and it they haven't solved any of their issues. Ethereum sucks. Using it sucks. Like you have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars in fees for no reason whatsoever. We have alternatives. Solana is a better alternative, and Base Chain is an even better alternative. So there's so many alternatives to Ethereum. I just don't see why anyone would want it. I just don't see that. There's no reason. I mean, typically things are bearish if they fall below the 61.8, and they're basically not dead, but they're super bearish if they fall below the 78.6. And Ethereum fell below both. Um, Now the thing is though, we have the World Liberty Foundation that's buying Ethereum, right? That's Trump's fund or whatever. And I mean, he's the freaking president, so he's probably going to want Ethereum to go up. And there's still a lot of people, like, I guess, developers that are on Ethereum, right? So, okay, it's probably going to rebound at some point. It's probably going to rebound at some point. At what point that will be, I have no clue. But I'm not super interested in it because even if it does, like, it's only going to outperform Bitcoin by 100 or 200%. And I would much rather get into something lower market cap that has the potential to outperform Bitcoin by like 500% or more. Looking at this chart, this is a clear level right here. You can see all of these times that it bottomed at this level and it got rejected from it, and then it got rejected, it got rejected. So this is the biggest SR flip area for Ethereum. Uh yeah, because this one only did one, two, three, four. This one only did like three times, but this one did one, two, three. Let's zoom in even more just to check it out. This one did one, basically two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11. Like 11 times. This did more than, yeah, more SR flips than pretty much any other area other than maybe this one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. No, it did it way more than this area. Yeah. So if Ethereum is gonna bounce, I mean, shit, man, it better bounce from this area. It better fucking bounce from this area. And hey, looking at the total market caps and the dominance levels, what from earlier, it's not a bad spot. It's honestly, it's not a terrible spot for Ethereum. I will give it that. I will give it that. And if we look at this, take a look at this. We have a bullish divergence on the MACD. We got a bullish divergence on the MACD. We got looking like a bullish divergence on the RSI. Somewhat of a bullish divergence on the RSI. So, yo, what's going on, bro? Zabika. I love that name. So yeah, we're at a solid spot. So I definitely am more. I want to look for stuff. I want to look for like opportunities. So I guess I'll delete that because that's not really a thing anymore. Um, typically, typically when we have these huge like spikes down, what you'll see a lot of times is it literally like do this, like come down to come down, do whatever, come down to right below it, excuse me, right above it, spike up, and then come all the way back down to right below it, and then start its actual move. That's what you typically see. So you can't what up, Lord Venom? You can't rule it. You can't rule something out like this. You can't rule ETH a $2,000 ETH or $2,050 ETH out of the question because that is right below this wick. Everybody probably has their stops down here the same way how everybody had their stops underneath all of these areas right here and maybe even underneath here, and look at where it went to. It went right there underneath, stopped all these people out, and then spiked all the way back up, right? So yeah, I'm not counting out a $2,000 Ethereum, and it's like obviously if we hit there, you sort of just have to buy it at that point. Not financial advice, but you sort of have to fucking buy it at that point because that's just such a good value. I don't believe it's going to zero. So yeah. Let me write this down just so I have it. Need to buy it for the value at this point. Yeah. Like, I would probably have some stink bids down at this, 2,100. I'd probably just put bids there on the side, not look at it, and then if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, whatever. But yeah, so that's Ethereum. So let's take a look at the other big players. We got Solana. Solana. So this is actually crazy. This is that's a perfect that's a good area. Because if it goes there, it's probably going to be bouncing hard. It's pretty obvious. It. I have 99%, 95% confidence it's going to bounce. So yeah, that's Ethereum. Let's move on to Solana. So we got Solana against Bitcoin, right? I would love it if it came down to right here against Bitcoin because this would be a buy. This is a buy for me. It's really good. And it just didn't do that. But I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, there is something scary about this chart. I will show it to you right now. It's probably going to scare you, but we will. It's up to you what you want to do with this information. Let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, so I could probably just get rid of all this stuff. Give me 1 second here. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. All right. Okay. So we got Ethereum right here. Actually, wait a minute. I could just do this. Okay. So this is the Ethereum chart, right? Look at this chart on the left. Do you think that these are the same charts? Aren't they? Like, are they not both pretty identical? To me, like, just cut this off right here. Not this part. Just cut it off like right here, I guess. These both look really like similar. And obviously we see what happened to Ethereum against Bitcoin. Will that happen? With Solana against Bitcoin? Eventually it will. Eventually it will, but I'm really hoping that yo, thanks bro. Thanks Lord Venom. Yeah, I'll get to them in a second. I'm really hoping that we get an altcoin season, whatever you want to call it, and Solana ends up pumping up to here, and then this is where I'm going to cash out, to be honest, and just like sell everything, because I think that if Solana does reach its previous all-time highs against Bitcoin, then the bull market will be over and that will be the top. So I'm going to be super, super cautious if it comes up here. And I don't think that it's going to fall. I don't, yeah, I don't think that it's going to just like roll over and die, but it's pretty obvious that this whole area is huge resistance at this point. Like this is really big resistance. It's going to be really tough to get back above here. So if it does come up to this level again, it would not be a dumb decision to sell up here, right? Even though it might actually come up to the all-time highs once again against Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking at for Solana. So when it comes to like SHIB, Pepe, and Mog, there's a lot of different thoughts around them. Uh, I feel like I feel like SHIB is the 2021 cycle, right? SHIB was the best performing coin in 2021. Um, and of course, did absolutely phenomenal in 2024. In about 2 weeks, it went up 382%. But like you probably would have gotten it somewhere around there. You probably would have gone out somewhere around there. So 200 to 250%, right? It's I think it's tradable. I think it's a tradable thing. Um, but it's just like it's an Ethereum based meme coin, right? It's the Ethereum based meme coin. What does this look like against Bitcoin? This is okay. This is why I was like having this thought in my head, like something I don't think I would want to get it, right? And this is exactly why. Um it's because look at it against Bitcoin. Lower highs and lower it's constantly getting lower highs and lower lows every single time. And what I do is I try to think of reasons why a coin will go up. And why do coins go up? Coinbase listings, Binance listings, being bought by Trump, being promoted on Twitter, um, just like all of those different things. A new narrative comes out around the coin. Um, yeah, a whole stuff. We had like this week we had a call for it went up 130x, literally turned $1,000 into $130,000. This was the call in the VIP group that was, I think it was TRT, and it was by Binance. And what happened is Binance basically came out with a coin, and that's a platform that's sort of like Pump Fund, right? And it ended up going up 130x from when we called it. And that happened because it's the narrative, right? There's a reason behind it. People are like, "Oh shit, I need to get into this." Why would SHIB why would SHIB go up? Like what's the narrative behind SHIB? What's some reasoning why this would explode in price, you know? I don't see any. I feel like it already had it. I feel like it had its thing. Same thing with Pepe. Same thing with Pepe. Um, Looking at, however, all right, I'm looking at Pepe. Uh, Pepe obviously was the coin of to be in 2024. It's 2,300% insane, right? Pepe was the going to be in. I think Pepe. Okay, if it was Shib or Pepe, definitely Pepe over Shib. I wouldn't have anything in Shib. I would have all my stuff in Pepe. But I wouldn't like if I had to choose between the two. But let's take a look at Pepe against Bitcoin. At least Pepe against Bitcoin looks decent. Well, I mean, it doesn't. It looks like shit, but it looks way better. It looks way better than SHIB. So that's something that I do when I'm looking at coins, and I'm like, what coin do I want to be in? Like, I have all these different coins. Let's looking at it at the USD chart is one thing, but look at it against Bitcoin, and it's almost looks like there should be a reversion to the mean play soon. But typically that happens after 1 week. Typically, it should have happened last week, and if it doesn't happen this week, it's I don't know what to say about this, honestly. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you could say that this is a 5 play. Um, it should have bounced from here. Yeah, I feel like it should have bounced from there. The uh, please 1 over ETH BTC. Okay, give me a second. Um, so hold on, I need to finish this Pepe thing. Yeah, it's like I'm looking at this and what I the tough thing about this is that you it's typically it's difficult to wait to get in until you see some consolidate. We're seeing some consolidation, some healthy movement. I would like to see something on the lower time frame that makes me think, okay, this looks good. Like, take a look at this. Like, once this happened, like, you know that it's gonna like at least it gives you some type of confirmation that it's good to get into. Um, Same thing like down here. This okay, it was moving down, up, down, up, down, up, but making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then finally it made an equal low, and then it made another equal low, and it sort of just consolidated, it just kept on consolidating around here. And that was really good. So this was like some type of a bullish thing that you could have looked at to say, okay, I think it's giving me a bullish candlesticks to get in. And then there was like this one down here. So lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then it consolidated, and then it had this nice move up. So basically like right here. So this right here would have been like, okay, this is a good candle to get in. Big engulfing candle. I want to get in. And now I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, so lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So where is like what's bullish about this? Like I want to see something that's bullish first on the lower time frame, and then I'll get into it. But also, like I said before, I'd rather get into something that's like a reason has a reason to go up, like a good thesis behind it to eventually pop off and do really well, you know? So we're looking at Mog. Mog, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. I like this. I think that I do think that for meme coins, they will go up again, but I think it's obviously it's just much safer to trade them in a fashion where you get into them when there's some type of bullishness that's happening, as opposed to just buying and then buying and buying and buying. Because let's say like this is at a really good zone, right? This is basically near the support. So let's say you buy here, right? But then let's say like it gets rejected again and it goes down again, and then you buy more, and then it goes down more, and it goes down more, and you just keep it keeps on going down. Like it could easily go down here, and you could lose 50% of the value of what you put in. And even if you keep on stacking in, you stacking in, you stacking in, and you get down here, like you there's an opportunity to lose. There's like a big opportunity to lose down here. But if you're playing it because you have a reason behind why, and you think, okay, like, you know what? I like this coin. It makes sense. They're working really hard. They're going to be launching something about it soon, et cetera, et cetera. Like there's all this shit, right? Then it's like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, great to get in. Great to get in. One thing, like I'm looking at this, like, okay, this is the same thing. It's at all-time lows against Bitcoin. Oh, except for a couple days ago, right? But like pretty much all-time lows against Bitcoin. I would wait until it at least comes back up, like makes a higher high or comes back above this line right here. Like this is really bad. So Yeah, like I said, I look at it against Bitcoin, and man, if you would have traded, this was a fucking trading dream right here against Bitcoin. Damn, can you imagine? Could have stacked so much sats. Anyway, that was all of those. Yeah, so there you go. Those were the Shib and Pepe and Mog. Thank you for the super chat. Fucking love that. It's honestly it's so cool. Um, whenever I get this, sort of can't believe that this happens, you know? Popcat. Okay, so I loved Popcat. Loved Popcat. Um, and honestly, I still sort of do. I still sort of do. And I think that Popcat, I don't know. There's something about it. Um, wait, hold on a second. Popcat, yeah, that's the entire USDT. You know, I have this. I have this in my freaking thing right here, meme coins. And then go into Popcat. Boom. Okay. So what I was looking at, what I've noticed is that all of these drops over and over and over and over again. So what's this drop at now? 90, 91%, 92% basically. Now 84%. Um, when it dropped below this line, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fucking bad. That was like really bad when it dropped below here. Um, this was the original buy zone. This would have been the good buy zone, but this is just shows you. This goes to show you what could happen. What can happen with freaking meme coins? Because this was one of the biggest meme coins, right? This was really one of the biggest meme coins out there, and now it's all the way back to basically. But the thing is, I know people who bought it down here, and they're still up fucking so much. They're up so much on Popcat. So there's still a lot of people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Popcat. Um, they're still up tremendously. Now, obviously, what you could do, not obviously, but what you can do, draw this out like this, right? We have this clear resistance, clear as day, right? I do like this. I do like what I'm seeing right now. Look at this. This has been rejected since fucking November. And honestly, you could buy Popcat right now. You could buy Popcat right now. Put a put your stop, put your stop 20 20% underneath current prices and aim for the moon basically. I would probably right there. This is the biggest red zone right now. Yeah. I almost sort of want to do that. I almost want to sort of take this trade because like there's so much lore. There's so much lore behind Popcat that it would make sense for me. It would make sense for Popcat to go up in my head. In my head, it would make sense for Popcat to go back up to 1.25. I'm highly considering just buying some right now. Because this is a generational buy. This is a great buy for Popcat. Is there anything going on? Man. Take a look at this. Um it's looking good, man. It's looking all right. Yeah. So far, I think out of all of the ones that I've seen, Popcat, you could even go down into the 1 hour chart, and this is the clear resistance, right? So basically, if it closes above right here, right where it is right now, if it closes above here on this 1-hour chart, and I mean, it's looking like it will. Yeah, it's gonna close above here. Then that's the highest close that it will have on the 1-hour chart. It'll probably it's possible that it comes back down here to this line, retest this line, or even comes back and, it could do anything, right? But given where it is, alright, let me check out swell. I also gotta check out some other things. Um, okay, so let me write this down real quick because I don't wanna forget it. Alright, give me 1 second here. Man, I love this fucking setup. I just bought this huge TV. Not this huge TV. It's a TV, but I'm using my TV as a monitor, and it's sick. It's absolutely sick. I love it. Um, so what else did I need to do? What else do I need to do? I don't know what Zano is. What is this? Whoa, what is this? This is sick. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Pretty solid bounce off the oh shit. This is good. This is a great yeah, return to the origin, move down. Yeah. I sort of like it. This looks good. This looks good. Zano. All right. Zano. So I'll put a trade on the Zano. Trade on. I need to figure out what trade I'm gonna do for Zano. Zano looks great. I like it. I don't know what it is. If you wanna tell me, I'd appreciate it. Look at all this. Look at this. What is happening? Shit. Um. Yeah. I mean, I guess that would be it. It yeah, even the on the 4-hour this is telling. This is something's happening with this, I'm pretty confident in this. I don't know what AR trade is, bro. Art Artade. I don't know what Artade is. I'm trying to figure this thing out right now. Let me look this up. What is this? Zano. Zano Crypto. Ah, man. It's a fucking privacy chain. Never mind. Um, yeah, see, Zano is a privacy-centric blockchain ecosystem launched in 2019. I don't like to touch privacy stuff. I don't like to touch it. I think they're all going to 0. I think they're all gonna get banned. I think they're just gonna all get banned, because it's pretty obvious that they're used for crime. Like, that's the main reason why you use it. Or why people use it. I don't know why it Oh, I mean, like, of course it goes up. It's crime season right now, with Trump and in the president. So of course it went up like crazy. But I still I don't like touching it. I don't like touching it. I was right on all of the different all the privacy coins. I was right on so far. And so yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. Um Let me go back in here. Let me see if I could do this. One no sorry. Uh ETH BTC. So 1 dash ETH BTC. What? What the fuck? 15. Sorry, I'm just like looking at 36.8. What? Yeah, I don't know. No idea. Is it like the total circulating money supply over ETH BTC? I don't know. That's a guess out of my ass right there. Swell. All right, Swell. Let's take a look at Swell. Dude, what are you talking about? Swell looks good. This looks terrible. This looks absolutely horrendous. This is like, what? Why did you tell me you're talking about? Yes, I no, I'm not looking. I'm not gonna touch this. Um, Anything else? Scale. Scale. What is this? What is this? Very little volume on Scale. Oh, it's on Coinbase. That's cool. There you go. There you go. Scale. Not See, this is another thing I was saying. Like, this is another thing I was saying. Like, March, it did so well in March 2024, but in November and December, like the biggest bullish catalyst we could possibly have ever had, and it didn't even get back to the March 2024 levels. I don't like it. Um, yeah, I don't like it. I don't. And I mean, let's look at scale against BTC. I mean, there's a lot of good projects, yeah, and I actually do think that Scale, if I remember correctly, that it is a good project. It is actually a good project. It looks like a stable coin, long enough time long enough time span, but I don't I don't like it. I don't like the charts, but crypto is about fundamental stuff. It's based in is that, CA, is that California? Which would be great if it's an American-made coin. I would also see if the Trump Foundation's, World Liberty Finance is buying it, because if they are, that would be very good. That would be very good. And in fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we look at What coins is World Liberty Finance buying? World Liberty Finance is all right, let's share this tab. As of January 23rd, 2025, the project has made an additional 2.6 million purchases of Tron, the native token of the Tron blockchain, and purchased 9.8 million worth of wrapped BTC, Ethereum, Bitcoin, more Ethereum, and Tron. So interesting. I bet Justin Sun has something to do with that. All right, I'll check it there in a minute. Oh, I also want to check Ondo. And there's your coin. There's Move. There's Move, the coin you've been telling me about. Um, ENA, Aave, Ondo. I think Ondo out of all of these, I like Ondo the best. Its ties with BlackRock, I think, are really, really good. So I think that it's the fact that it has ties with BlackRock. That's what makes it stand out for me. That's what makes it one of my favorite coins. And look at this is Ondo against Bitcoin. Look at how good it's doing. It's doing so good. So much better against Bitcoin than so many other coins. So let me share this. Let me share this. Um all right. Let me see when this loads up on my live. Boom. There you go. So yeah, all of those other coins against Bitcoin, they look like this. That's what they look. But look at this. This looks like this is good. This is really good. Uh did it went virtuals went up. That was like months ago. Unless virtual AI is like something new. Man, if Ondo comes back down to this, if Ondo comes back down here against Bitcoin, I definitely want to buy it. Ondo BTC, set up the trade. Okay, so I definitely want to set something up for Ondo to buy it if it comes down into this area, and then sell it if it comes up here. And yeah, there you go. So let me just make this red. Because it's just yeah, this is a really good. I feel like this would be a great trade. Something like that. And this would be good too, because this is right underneath this wick. A lot of people probably have their stops there. I wouldn't I could probably see it coming down even lower, but yeah, this is the one that I would like. This is one that I like. Let's check out Tron. Oh my god, what the fuck? Crazy. I don't know what the hell that happened there. So the thing about oh shit, the thing about Tron is that yes, it's old. It's old as hell, but I mean, look at it, dude. Like it's the only coin it's the only coin that looks like this. Like the only old coin that's made new all-time highs. Wow. Yeah, that's actually insane. Um I don't think that it would be stupid to trade Tron. I think it would be sort of smart. It's actually insane that this has done this. It's actually insane. What's even more insane is that I saw it, like, over here, and I was like and I couldn't believe it in January of 2024. I couldn't believe that it did that. If it comes back to this line, if it comes back to, like, this line, auto buy. Alright, give me 1 second. Um, but yeah, Trump is buying this, so there's something I think he's buying it because of Justin Sun and because of Tether, and I think, like, there's a connection between Tron and Tether, and most of Tether gets traded on the USD on the TRC20 blockchain, right? Which is Tron's. So it obviously has and like there's obviously something going on. Otherwise the chart wouldn't look like this. If it was a deadbeat, then the chart would represent that. But the chart represents what is actually happening behind the scenes, and it's like you could see something is happening behind the scenes. Like so yeah, this is Tron is one of the only legacy coins that I'm like really pretty into. I don't own any, but seems like if it comes back down here, I'd be good buy. Um, all right. To a ether, a ether. Where is it? Here it is. All right. That does not look good. Let me try this out. Maybe Mexi looks better. Is there not any? Is there not a? Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say, bro. This sucks. This fucking sucks. This is the worst. Get out. Get out. It's terrible. All right. Um, AR trade. AR trade. I just hate the name AR trade. I have no idea what it is, but I absolutely hate the name. Sounds like a scam. Sounds like a total scam. Join AR trade today. I mean, the chart doesn't look bad. Yeah, Aether's cooked. Yeah. That's just a bunch of VCs selling it. I think it's done. Hey, this one's not too bad. AR I mean, AR trade. Look at this. Look at like set the support, bounced off of it. This is the area where you would want to look for a long. You would want to so you look, you see, okay, this is where it bounced off of multiple times. It comes down here. So then what you do is you draw the line. Once it comes down into this zone, then what you could do is you could bring up your indicators. You could go down into lower time frame, potential bullish long wick candles. And, all right, I'll check render in a second. And if you see any of that stuff, then it's good. Or if you just like know that there's something fundamental that's supposed to happen with it, then you could get into it. So yeah, AR trade. I don't know anything about this coin. Let me look it up. Let me go on this CoinGecko AR trade. And wait, is it? It's ATR? Is that the ticker symbol? Oh yeah, it is. That's a cool ticker symbol. I will give it that. Um, okay, it seems yeah, it's at a good level. It's 28 million. It's a 28 million market cap. Like it's low. This is really it's a low 28. Yeah, this is a low market cap coin. So it could really do anything. You know, there's nothing. How did it get listed on all of these things? I do like how it's listed on like MEXC, Bitmart, BitMax at 28 million, which is low. That's really low. Um, so this one might be a cooker. I just have no idea what it is. If you have some fundamental stuff behind it, then let me know. Um, okay, let's see what else. Render. Aether, I would have to, do a lot of research into it, but I wouldn't get into it. Let me just go back into Aether real quick. I wouldn't do anything with it unless did I spell it wrong? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything with it until it shows some bullish signs. Just like how I always say, you don't want to get into it here. Like you don't want to get into it here because it's underneath the lowest fucking low that it could possibly. It went underneath here. It's at all time lows, and this is getting lower. Like, don't get into shit when it's like that. You want to get into shit like very basic, very very basic stuff. I'm gonna show you right now. You want to get into stuff when the charts look like this and it pulls back. You want to get into it here so that it continues going up. Like this right here, it's going down. It's looking like this, right? So if something's looking like this, there's a 70% plus chance that even that if it goes up, it's going to keep on going down. That even if it comes up, it's going to get rejected and come back down. This one, there's a 70% chance that it's going to go down and then come back up and push up higher. So go with the trend. Go with the trend, you know? Or if something's going like this, wait until it does something like this. Then it's like, oh, maybe it's going to go up from here. Maybe it's consolidating. It's consolidating. That's better than it just fucking going like this. Wait until it does something like this, right? Or even better yet, wait until it does something like this and then get in here. Because at least this might be the fresh trend of an uptrend. Meanwhile, down here, what do you do? It doesn't matter. You buy the support, it breaks the support. You buy the support, it breaks the support. You buy the support, it breaks the support. I did that. I did this. This is what I did in 2018, which made me lose all of my money. And it's also what I did in 2022. What I made a lot of money in 2021, but the money that I had that I kept for a period of time, what I would do is I would buy it here and it would go up and I would buy the lows. But then it would break the lows and it would break below the support. And so I didn't realize back then I was fucking retarded. I wasn't retarded. I just was ignorant to trading. But now I know so much. I truly do believe I have become somewhat of an expert trader at this point because I've learned so many things. And one of the biggest things that I learned is that if it's in a downtrend like this, it doesn't matter if you buy the lowest possible low of the support. It doesn't matter if you buy that because I was buying these lows consistently. I would buy the low, buy the low, buy the low, and the price would always bounce. I would always buy the low and the price would always bounce from where I bought it from. But then because we're in a downtrend, it would break below the low, it would break below the support, and I would lose my trade. I would lose money every time. So now I wait and I wait until I see it creates an equal low, or better yet, a higher low. And then if you want, and then you have something saying, okay, it's bullish. And then if it creates a higher high, then it's like, okay, we might possibly go into a bullish trend at this point. So I want to get in on the retrace or just buy it right here. And I'll put my stop under here if I'm right. And then get in. That's how the experts trade. That's how to trade. That's how I trade. And there you go. That's some major trading alpha for you. Major, major trading education. So yeah, it's a coin like this that looks like this. This is absolute dog shit. I would never buy it. I would never buy it. I would I would keep tab. If I like something and it looks like this, I'd keep tabs on it and I'd wait. I would wait and I wait until it does this, then I would get in, but not going to get in when it looks like that. All right. Anything else? Brett, my favorite. I got some Brett, long-term holding Brett, loving it. Uh, where is it? Symbol B, Brett. There you go. It's got Brett. I'm in a trade. I'm actually in this trade for Brett right now. So yeah, we will see. Unless I might have sold it, but I think I'm in this trade because it created this really nice candle. Um, yeah, so I like Brett. I love Brett. Brett's one of my favorite coins. And against Bitcoin, look at where it is. Shit, man. If it's gonna bounce, like man, this is the area where it should be bouncing from. This is it. I don't like how it's underneath here. I really don't like how it's underneath here. I wish that it was above here. If it was above here, I'd be so much more confident. But with saying that, I mean, this is where it's like, where would you want to buy it? Where do you want to buy it? You want to buy it like at the support, like it's at the support, but it's like it's scary right here. It's definitely scary. But for me, this is like a coin. This is a coin that I think has like fundamentals behind it, reasoning, a good thesis as to why it should go up. Did I not do render? Oh, my bad. Let me do render. And so yeah, I like Brett. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think it's gonna get listed on Coinbase, and so that's why I'm in it. And I think anything like I wrote down here, anything in here is a value area. It's down here in the value area. Anything up here is you're paying a premium. Render. Oh yeah. So I did render a little bit earlier in the stream. Obviously, looking at this chart right here for render, it's in the value zone. It's at the support. It created a nice bullish candle. Um, things are looking good. Things are looking decent. It's definitely a good area to buy it. I do think it will go up because it is an AI play, and I think that AI plays have their what do I say? I think they're going to have another run in the future. I don't think AI is going anywhere, and I think that it's going to continue to see really good moves. The issue that I see and the thing that I pointed out earlier is the fact that this is a coin. This is another coin. You could see right here, this was the top back in March. This was the top during the most bullish scenario that could ever happen in crypto in the last 3 years. And it didn't even reach the previous all-time highs. At least Tau, which is another play in the space of AI, in the category of AI, at least Tau, BitTensor reached the previous all-time highs. Render didn't even do that. Render did not do that during the most bullish time ever. So, like, I would rather get into Tau. If I have to get into an AI play, you know, I'd rather get into Tau. Um, let's take a look at render against BTC. It's still at a decent. It's like it's like at an okay spot. It's in a value zone. It's definitely in a value zone against Bitcoin. I think honestly, I would say like if someone buys render at these current prices, they're probably going to end up making money. But I would rather buy Tau. Let's look at this chart. This is render, right? This is render against Bitcoin, right? Let's look at Tau against Bitcoin. Um, hold on a second. Tau USDT, BTC USDT. Oh, well, shit, against Tau I guess Tau against Bitcoin, it's, just as it's this it looks just as bad, but also just as good in a sense that both are at their supports. Both are at their support. So this might be a great time to buy Tau as well. Great time to buy Render, great time to buy Tau based off of what I'm looking at of the charts. If they are generational plays, if they are still gonna do very, very well. And I mean, like, where is the freaking here it is. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Like, boom, Tau, March 2024. Tau made a new all-time high. Tau made new highs in December. Render only came back up to around here. Tau came all the way back up to here. Way more buying pressure, way more interest in Tau. That's what this means. That means that there's way more people that are willing to buy it and that want to buy it. So, and that pushes the price up. Render didn't get that. So, yeah, that's my viewpoint on Tau and Render. Um, and let's just double check something. Like, all right, I got 3 minutes left. Just gonna do a quick rundown. Just gonna do a quick rundown of the different indicators from Bitcoin Magazine Pro. So I just want to share my big, big stuff that's happening right now, and that is that the Pi Cycle Top indicator is pretty far off, and until this hits or comes pretty close to hitting, I don't think that the top is in. So we got plenty of time for that before that goes off. Same thing for the CBBI. CBBI is at 79. Okay. I want to see the CBBI at above a 95, above 95, 96 actually, before I call the top, before some type of top comes in. Let's see here. What else do we got? We got the Z score. The MVRVZ score is at where are we at? 2.8, 2.9, something like that. Oh, actually, no, 2.45, 2.48. So yeah, I want this to double. I want this to be at least a 5, like back where this was right here. Maybe even 5.4 before I start seeing, calling for tops or anything like that. So we got that. Altcoin season index. Sort of wish that this came down to under 30, because that would make me way more bullish on buying alts right now, because the upside would be so much better. But we're at 41, which is still in the value zone. Pretty good, pretty decent, not too bad. It's not in like definitely like really, really good, but like it's pretty decent. So yeah, you want to buy things when they're like this. And then we got where did all this shit come from? Hmm. Wait, is it altcoin year index? Take a look at this. Where are we? Yeah, so pretty decent area. Pretty decent area for alts. Let's see. What else we got? Nupal. 55. Where's the Bitcoin? Where is it? Here we go. So Nupal should be probably over 70. Yeah, should be over 70 before the tops in. We're at a 55, so it's not really anything going on with the Nupal. R hodl. The R hodl was one that actually did get pretty damn close. If it comes back up here, that is a little scary, but obviously we're down from that area at that point. This one is not even in the yellow, so basically, I'm basically going over all this stuff and showing you guys, like, I don't think that the top is in for Bitcoin. I think we got plenty of time. Fear and Greed is at 43. You can see that right there. So what else we got? That's about it. That's about it for this. Uh, like I said, there's opportunities. There's opportunities. I'll share with you one thing that I bought right here. This might go to zero, but it also might do like really well. It already has a market cap of 900,000, which is like sort of in like if XRP ends up doing something where it like I don't know becomes another Solana type deal, and they have these coins on the XRP ledger. I like this one called Ribble. But yeah, that's the only one I have from there, or two more, but I don't really care about the other ones. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, I appreciate that. Dude, like the stream, please. Please, guys, like the stream. This is my first stream back in a while, and my voice is hurting right now. Move is a fundamental play, based off of the fact that World Liberty Financial is buying it. So I'm watching it. Doesn't actually. Yeah, I like it right now. I do like it right now. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is almost exactly what I was talking about earlier, where I said that coins, when it has like a big wick like this, what they'll do. Do you not see this? Is exactly what I talked about. They will come to just above where the bottom of the wick is, and then they'll start to go up. Everyone jumps in here, and then they'll come down and they'll go right below the wick, exactly like how this is. So, based off of like what I typically see, this is a bottoming formation. So this actually might be the bottom for Move. It also has this insane. This is actually an insane um what I call it bullish divergence. So yeah, Move. I bought a little bit here. I'm buying. I'll buy a little bit more right now, and I'll buy a little bit more later. And then if there's confirmation that if there's confirmation, like for instance, a break above this resistance line is pretty obvious resistance, right? If we break above here, I'd probably add a little bit more, and then if we retest it, I'd add more. So yeah, I'd be like adding like little bits at a time for this. Um, so that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for this stream. Appreciate the likes. Really appreciate the super chat. Fucking hell yeah. Thank you, Lord Venom. And hopefully we get more in. I'm gonna be, making a bunch of videos. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream. I'm in my new place. I'm super, super, super stoked about it. And I finally am all set up. So I want to be putting out a ton of content, making that content game go up. I think I got like 5,000 something subscribers right now. Let's get that up. Let's get that. Let's double it, maybe triple it by 6 months from now. That would be dope. Sorry, bro. No, no more. I'm done. I've been doing this for 2 hours and my voice hurts. Unless you super chat me. Anyone that fucking super chats me, I do whatever the hell they want. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Mark, I'm in Pattaya. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. I gotta go to the gym, I gotta eat, I gotta do a bunch of shit. So thank you again. See y'all later. Stay profitable. Peace out. You're awesome.